So, for the very first time, due to popular request, I'm going to reveal my statement of purpose that got me into all the schools I applied to in 2018. Harvard, Columbia, Yale University, Emory, and Johns Hopkins University, and the rest of the top schools. So let's dive in. Hi there, my name is Dr. Banda Khalifa, and I'm a PhD student at the world's #1 School of Public Health, the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, as well as a dual Master of Public Health and Master of Business Administration SOMA Scholar alumni. On this channel, I talk about ways to help you break through academic and personal development barriers. If you just found this channel, please subscribe, like, and share so that other people can benefit. Let's get rolling. So your personal statement or statement of intent or statement of purpose, it's like your marketing pitch to the admissions committee. A powerful statement must tell a compelling story, and it's one of the most significant pieces of your application process. In summary, you want to let your personal statement tell a story that highlights your academic and professional experiences and be able to convince the admissions committee that you are the right candidate, right? You are the right applicant, right? You should talk about your current interest, your future career goals, and it's indirectly a way of, assessing your written communication skills. So let's dive into my statement of purpose that I used when I was applying for a master's in 2018 to get admission to Harvard, Yale, Columbia, and Johns Hopkins University. Let's dive into my statement of purpose. So this is how the introduction reads, right? As a former primary and secondary school student from one of Ghana's most underserved communities, where poverty and infectious diseases and protein and energy malnutrition are endemic, I always wondered how I could contribute to mitigating the perennial effects of poverty and disease among the populace. Becoming a medical doctor has always been my dream since childhood. However, attending a poorly resourced secondary school in a deprived rural community in Ghana was a significant stumbling block. Having topped my district during our final secondary school examination, I was able to overcome these impediments and had the privilege of attending the nation's best medical university, University of Ghana, Legon. Let's break this down. So that was the intro to my 2018 statement of purpose for my master's degree. As you can see, the introduction of your statement of purpose is your chance to help the admissions committee remember you. Don't be afraid to express yourself creatively, and don't be ambiguous. Demonstrate your agility in your storytelling, right? It's a means of showcasing your exceptional resilience and your record of extension. So let's dive into the body or the contents of my statement of purpose, right? So this place kind of gives more detail into my introduction and lays out all the essential elements that I would like to talk about. So let's roll in. Qualifying into medical school from the community where I come from was beyond the bounds of possibility. Nonetheless, I was selected after a keenly contested biological science pre-med program. Out of about 300 applicants, I secured one of the available slots for the regular medical program. As a student from a marginalized community in West Africa, I knew that with the training, I would better understand, empathize with, and improve the health status of my patients. Becoming the first ever medical doctor from my community puts me in an ideal situation to be able to improve the health status of majority of people in deprived communities and serve as an asset to the world at large. During my years at the University of Ghana School of Medicine and Dentistry, I was an active advocate and participated actively in public health outreach programs like hepatitis B screening, HIV/AIDS screening, and numerous health seminars. So that is the first paragraph in the body. Let's go on. While undergoing my medical internship in one of the regional hospitals in Ghana, I realized that clinical practice alone was not the sum and substance of efficient healthcare delivery. Most of the cases I encountered in pediatrics and the medical unit were preventable. I was equally perplexed to realize that most mortalities in the hospital were as a result of communicable diseases like tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, malaria, and seasonal outbreaks of cholera. It was again intriguing that the incidence of lifestyle-related illnesses like obesity, diabetes, and hypertension was high. Although I love clinical practice, the lack of variety and the overemphasis on curative care makes it appear somewhat mundane. With my passion for public health activism, I advocated for regular health screening in the community and health education sessions for all patients. This small intervention resulted in a reduction in patient admission and mortalities from both communicable and non-communicable diseases. With effective public health interventions, which emphasizes preventive and promotive healthcare, the incidence of these conditions was significantly reduced. The apparent benefits of measures above are one of my motivations to pursue public health at this stage in my career. A significant number of people in my country continue to suffer from preventable infectious diseases superimposed with lifestyle-related illnesses. The double burden of disease and the financial implications on the individual and the nation as a whole are enormous and will be ameliorated in clinical health if clinical health delivery is coupled with effective public health policies and practices. This drives home the point that public health should be given the necessary attention it deserves if the medical community aspires to improve the health status of many. My interest in public health burgeoned after my medical internship, and soon after I enlisted the Ghana Armed Forces, where I was awarded the Chief of Defense Staff Prize in October 2014 as the overall best commissioned officer among the professional intake. From February 2015 to February 2016, I was deployed as Ghana's medical officer within the Aviation Medical Unit to take part in the United Nations operations in La Côte d'Ivoire. My deployment took place during the aftermath of the Civil War and the time that the dreaded Ebola pandemic was waning. Needless to say, the health delivery system in Côte d'Ivoire was not in an optimal state. As the leader of my unit's medical team, in charge of the United Nations Level 1 hospital, I ensured our facility was accessible to both local and UN personnel. Additionally, in collaboration with other United Nations health facilities, we instituted practical measures to aid early case detection and implementation of preventive measures against infectious diseases in our camp. These measures resulted in 0 incidents of infections in Ghana's aviation camp. This was when I realized public health is my purpose. Last but 2 paragraphs in the body. In September 2016, I was deployed again to serve the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Peacekeeping Mission in Mali as the officer in charge of the medical division of the aviation team. As the leader of the team, I collaborated with other medical doctors from more than 10 countries with diverse backgrounds and instituted necessary health preventive measures to improve health and prevent the incidence of communicable and non-communicable diseases in the camp. This was realized by way of weekly health education lectures on topics such as hypertension, diabetes, and obesity, as well as infectious disease preventive measures. These public health interventions resulted in significant reduction in the number of hospital visits and admissions. The practical experience I've accumulated both as a practicing medical doctor in Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Mali has enlightened me on some practical factors that forestall proper health delivery in West Africa. The paucity of medical personnel with substantial public health background, coupled with the lack of devoted leaders, continues to limit efficient quality health delivery. To enhance the health status of people in the sub-region and the world in general, we need to invest more in public health. Contributing to global health has become the ultimate inspiration for me to pursue the joint master's degree in public health and master's administration. The remarkable exposure I have had from attending primary and secondary schools within the margins of society, coupled with my medical background, has inculcated in me a strong sense of purpose and enthusiasm to pursue this unique program. The dual degree of MPH and MBA will equip me with essential leadership skills, sharpen my critical thinking ability, and provide me with the health economics needed to handle today's Byzantine global health challenges, and will enable me to make a real difference in the health of the majority of people around the globe. Yeah, so this was the body of my statement of purpose. I must say that it's a bit lengthy because Johns Hopkins requires not less than 1,500 words. So you have to dig deep. So the body of your SOP lays down your background, your drive, how you have prepared yourself for this program, any research experiences you have or publications you have, especially if you're applying for a PhD program. By the way, comment below if you would like me to reveal my PhD personal statement. Your statement of the body also highlights how the program aligns with your background and the unique competencies that you are bringing to the program. Don't forget to add extracurricular activities and to explain whether there are some gaps on your CV that needs explanation. So let's go to the concluding remarks. So the last two paragraphs should elaborate why you are applying to that specific program and the possibility of working with a certain professor if you've indicated or if it's required. Finally, you should also state your future career goals and let them know your intention or your career objectives. Okay, so I'm going to read my conclusion. The prestige and the uniqueness of the Bloomberg School of Public Health are inimitable and therefore becomes my obvious choice. The ability and freedom to customize the elective coursework by choosing from more than 200 courses will benefit me immensely. Again, the distinctive feature of being able to personalize half of the curriculum sets the Bloomberg School of Public Health apart from its competitors. I am encouraged that the eclectic nature of students with diverse backgrounds would help me eventually become part of a strong alumni, which will support my passion for training to become a better public health practitioner. My paramount priority after completion of the program is to work closely with Public Health Division in my country to improve the health situation of the populace and ameliorate the impact of communicable and non-communicable disease burden. The prowess, skills, and knowledge acquired from your renowned institution will set the stage for me to achieve my ultimate desire of improving health on a global scale and become a successful leader in any health-related organization, both local and global. So this was the conclusion of my statement of purpose. Okay, so the bonus tip for writing a statement of purpose is that before you finish your statement of purpose, your statement should demonstrate at least 2 of these key attributes: exceptional grit and resilience, record of distinction or excellence, unique projects and volunteerism, leadership potential or experience, and should demonstrate overall fitness for the program. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.